believe there is a set definition of the word Asian American, if any characteristics or anything apply on that umbrella term. Is there a way to define this group, which is united in some way, but it's hard to put a finger on it?
You know, it's one of those, it is a very complex question, but it's a very legitimate and valid one. And there's a couple of ways to play with this, and I do want you very much each to think about this, and if you can get it, write it in, really spend some time on it. Because there is and there isn't. Obviously, there's a reason. We could look at it through some different lenses. I mean, obviously, so the first thing I did was just to acknowledge how complex and how unuseful an umbrella trying to fit us all together. We are so diverse in backgrounds and histories, and the term, if you even get back to geography, if one of the assumptions is Asian Americans means people who've come to live in America, the USA, from different parts of Asia, and recognizing all those first generations were kind of Far East Asians. But what is Asia after all? And then you hit this other construct, of course, that the Europeans decided to separate themselves from the same landmass they were on. There's really no legitimacy, basically, to the foundational term.
Right.
But even in those terms of what is Asia distinct from the Middle East, or distinct from Europe, it gets kind of murky. Are you in Poland or something? Right? Where is that? So there's some just interesting histories. I mean, in the festival again, we kind of, and actually in our funding of filmmakers, we get more expansive. Part of it is you recognize what people themselves want, how they want to define themselves. So one of the complexities is, I mean, I believe we would be interested in Central Asian stories. And, certainly Afghanistan, if you look at, if you accept that South Asians are part of Asian America, and it gets you through India and Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh. Then you go, then you've got Afghanistan, and Afghanis are not Arabs, so, we definitely show films about Afghanistan. Iraq and Iran present their own kind of challenges because those people themselves, and Iranians, see themselves as Persian, they have a different language entirely.